If you've been watching this channel, you know that I love to get me some packages. Not sure that I would like to get a scare package, though. Right? Anyways, we got scare package here. A Shudder original from RLJE Films and Shudder on Blu-ray. Let's open the sucker up, see what's going on inside. Gotta get this plastic off. It is very, very thin, but it is very, very loose. So this is gonna take some nail work here. Get it open. Okay. Taking a look. Here we go. Slipcover, regular cover. Dun -dun 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 -dun. That's just the stickers. Don't consider it when you're comparing the two. Okay, so essentially, yeah, they're very much the same. Now, obviously this has the Blu-ray at the top, whereas this one doesn't have it, so they've kind of had to compress everything in here. But one of the main differences here, now I thought this might have been a sticker or something like that, but it's not. But on here they've distressed the outside of it, right, to give it that kind of worn look. And yeah, so they did the same distressing. So it was obviously in Photoshop a template. So this distressing that's up here over top of the Blu-ray is the same distressing that's here on top of the scare package area. So that's interesting. Huh. Alright. Outside of that, we get, it's all matte, but the scare package logo and the hand are all embossed. Ooh, this is very embossed. Ooh, that's kind of gross. Oh, you can feel all the fleshies. La, la, la. The only thing that would make it worse is if it was gooey. Okay, going to the back. Here's your slipcover. Here's your regular cover. Now, obviously, you know, you got this big cutout here for this little UPC, and you don't have this space up here. But outside of that, all the information is the same. I'd say the font on here may be taken down by maybe one step. The two gigantic quotes here from iHorror and BFI have been drastically reduced, but they are both included. They're just right here. Instead, the image at the top, slightly smaller, like there's a little bit cut off here and a little bit cut off at the bottom in order to make it fit. But that's essentially all they did. There's no real other differences here. I wonder if this is... I wonder... Oh, see, yeah, I didn't even notice that. So on the front cover, where it's got all of this distressing stuff, it's got a little embossing type thing. I wonder if it's... I wonder if this is glow in the dark. Kind of looks like a glow in the dark ink. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. It's hard to say. I'd have to get it in the dark and check it, but that's pretty cool if it is. But otherwise, it's continued on the back here. It's the only thing that's really stands out is the fact that it has that little bit of texture around the outside. It doesn't match up necessarily with the splotching that's there. It's close. It's not a perfect match, but that's okay. That's a problem with the printing process. It happens sometimes. Opening up the case, we get the fact that there is a anti-theft device that was not engaged. Then we see that, hey, we got an advertisement for Shudder on the left and our disc on the right. Yes, the Blu-ray on the right. We will take a look at the insert first. We get an advertisement for Shudder here with our 30-day free trial. Use promo code TRYSHUDDER30. Then on the back we get a little advertisements for Bliss, The Deadlands, Mandy, Haunt, Three from Hell, and Creepshow. All available on Shudder. Taking a look at the actual good stuff in here, we see that there's disc art on this, which is essentially just the front cover. And all sorts of glare there. Essentially just the disc cover. It does say the name. It does have... Actually, it says the name more than once. Because he's pulling out the Scare Package movie to watch. So, disc is pressed. And then finally looking at the case, we can see that it is an eco-like case where they've removed some of the plastic, good for the environment, while keeping it nicely protected without those stupid holes from an eco case. So your disc has less chance of getting wrecked. You know, nobody's putting a hole, well, they could put a hole through, but they're not likely going to be putting their hole through with their pinky finger to wreck up your precious movies. You can see right through that there is no artwork on the other side of the cover. But yeah, I have not seen a Scare Package. I do not have Shudder, so one of the only ways that I get to see Shudder stuff is via the physical media. So there you go. Scare Package. Now, one of the things, I'm just going to mention it here. It's funny because RLJE Films tends to release stuff a little bit differently here in Canada than they do in the States sometimes. So, I don't know. Sometimes we don't get slipcovers. Sometimes we do get slipcovers. I tend to buy my releases from the States in order to get the slipcover because there are a few stores that actually list if it comes with the slipcover, and those are the ones that I kind of buy from. So, yeah. Part of the problem here is when I see a lot of the, Shudder original stuff, it'll either be only on DVD or it won't have a slipcover. And I'll be like, well, does it come on Blu-ray? And if it does come on Blu-ray, does it have a slipcover? Then I have to go do that. So I tend to find I don't buy a lot of the Shudder original stuff here in Canada. I have to import it, which is weird. But yeah, it is what it is. There you go. Scare Package on Blu-ray from Shudder and RLJE Films. Unbox, you know what's going on inside. Comment down below if you've seen the film. If you subscribe to Shudder, let me know. Is it worth it? But I do love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Till next video, take care. Have a good one.